Hello to all adventurers and the curious. Today, we're embarking on a journey you might never dare to think of finishing. A journey into the darkest and most dangerous places on Earth. Have you ever wondered which countries are a real nightmare for American citizens? Which lands, even for a moment, steal peace from one's heart? Get ready for a top 10 list, from the 10th country to a place you can't even imagine. A list that might change your perspective on travel and safety forever. So fasten your seatbelts, because this journey is only for the brave. Number 10. Syria. An ancient land that was once the cradle of civilization has today turned into a ruin of war and conflict. For Americans, being in this country is not only accompanied by the risk of hostage-taking and terrorist attacks, but the heavy shadow of civil war can claim lives at any moment. Historic cities have become battlefields, and the refugees are all that remain of its past glory. The U.S. Embassy has ceased operations, and there is no consular support. This means you will be completely alone in the heart of a hell. Number 9. Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, a West African country whose name you might not have heard much, but its dangers are no less than the others. The activities of terrorist groups, kidnappings, and armed attacks have made this country an extremely dangerous destination. Especially the border and northern regions are a playground for extremists who show no mercy. Even in the capital, Ouagadougou, insecurity is rampant, and you might get caught in an unfortunate incident at any moment. Weak infrastructure, corruption, and political instability have turned this country into a death trap for foreigners. Number 8. South Sudan. South Sudan, the world's youngest country, but with one of the oldest and deepest wounds. Civil war, ethnic conflicts, and famine have brought this country to the brink of destruction. Armed attacks, robberies, and unprecedented violence deter anyone from traveling to this region. The healthcare system is virtually non-existent, and infectious diseases easily claim victims. Even aid workers and peacekeepers are not safe in this country, so imagine how disastrous the situation can be for an ordinary American citizen. Number 7. Yemen. A country in the south of the Arabian Peninsula, caught in a devastating civil war and an unprecedented humanitarian crisis. Airstrikes, ground clashes, and the spread of diseases have made this country one of the most dangerous places in the world. Terrorist groups and militias are active in various parts of Yemen, and the risk of hostage-taking for foreigners is very high. Famine and hunger are rampant, and infrastructure has been completely destroyed. Traveling to Yemen means entering an active and ruthless war zone where there is no guarantee of a safe return. Number 6. Venezuela, a land rich in oil resources, which has fallen into an unprecedented economic and social crisis due to mismanagement and corruption. High crime rates, kidnappings, armed robberies, and street violence have made this country one of the most dangerous travel destinations. Even in the capital, Caracas, security has significantly decreased, and you might get caught by criminal gangs at any moment. Shortages of food, medicine, and fuel have made conditions difficult for the ordinary lives of people, let alone tourists. Number 5. Mali. Mali, a West African country, involved in extensive activities of terrorist and extremist groups. Especially the northern and central regions of Mali are a hotbed of terrorist attacks, kidnappings, and armed clashes. Even in the capital, Bamako, there is a risk of terrorist attacks and political unrest. Weak infrastructure and the absence of a central government in many areas have turned Mali into a hornet's nest for extremist groups. Number 4. Iraq. Iraq, an ancient land and cradle of civilization, has been entangled in war and internal unrest for years. The activities of terrorist groups, suicide attacks, hostage-taking, and armed clashes have made this country one of the most dangerous places to travel. Although some areas have become more stable than in the past, the danger still exists, especially in the western and northern provinces. Infrastructure has been damaged, and public security has not yet been fully established. Number 3. China. You might be surprised to hear China's name on this list, but the dangers that exist for Americans in this country are of a different nature. Here, the discussion is not about war and terror, but about arbitrary detentions, strict security laws, and restrictions on freedom of expression and the internet. The Chinese government has very strict control over citizens and foreigners, and any activity that they deem threatening can lead to detention and even imprisonment. Access to information and communication in this country is severely limited, and for an American, these conditions can be very disturbing and dangerous. Number 2. Iran. Iran, a country with a rich civilization and hospitable people, but with severe political tensions with the United States. For American citizens, traveling to Iran is accompanied by the risk of arbitrary detentions and security accusations. The Iranian government, especially concerning dual nationals, has a very strict approach, and these individuals may be detained without any specific reason. Espionage and security activities have turned this country into a high-risk area for Americans. Any political or even social activity deemed suspicious by the Iranian government can have irreparable consequences. Number 1. Haiti. Haiti, a small country in the Caribbean, but with a massive humanitarian and security crisis. Organized crime, kidnappings, armed robberies, and violence by criminal gangs have made this country one of the most dangerous places in the world. The Haitian government has very little control over the situation, and political instability has worsened conditions. Widespread poverty, the lack of basic infrastructure, and the spread of diseases have made life very difficult for both residents and visitors. For an American, traveling to Haiti means being exposed to serious dangers and life threats. So you see, the world is full of places that might not yet be ready for adventure. This list is just a small part of the harsh realities that exist in the world. But our goal is not to scare you, but to make you aware. Safety is the first and most important principle in travel. Before making any travel decision, be sure to do your research, get information from reliable sources, and never embark on a path without full knowledge, as it may have no return. Have a safe trip, and always remember, life is more valuable than any dangerous adventure. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video, goodbye.